Well, hi, all my LGBT friends and others. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to say thank you so very much to my sweet wife for having one of the best birthdays. I always have good ones, and she always makes it special for me. And thank you to my good friend AM. Oh, and for all your delicious goodies and just making my day feel just so special. I loved your card. Very precious. I will always remember and cherish it. And thank you to my brothers for their special birthday wishes for me. And so anyway, had a great birthday. So let's get on, shall we, with the reading of Judges. And I hope that you've had a chance to maybe even read the book of Enoch, or seeing any of Michael Heisner's videos. He's a theologian, and it may be hard for some of you, but for others you might glean some good insight to it. That'll help you as a book to help you along with reading the Bible. Okay, so we're in chapter 3. Nations left to prove Israel. By communion with whom Israelites commit adultery, Orthniel delivers Israel from Chushan-rIsh-Athaim, Elad from Eglon, Shamgar from Philistia. Okay, so if you remember, the Philistines is where Goliath and his giant brothers come from. Okay, so this is important to know. And after I read the chapter, if I've got time, I want to see if I can find a map in my Bible. All right. Okay, so now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel had not known all the wars of Canaan, only that the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war, at least such as before knew nothing thereof. Namely, 5 lords of the Philistines, and all of the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, and the Hivites that dwell in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Baal Hermon unto the entering in of Hamath. So this is the Philistines, Canaanites, the Hivites, and Mount Lebanon, okay, area. And they are to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. So God's testing them. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites. It's an evil association is what it is, okay? And they took their daughters to be wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their gods. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord their God, and served Balaam and the groves. So they did idolatry to Baal, and kindled God's anger towards them. The children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and forgot the Lord their God, and served Balaam in the groves. Therefore the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of Chushan-rIsh-Athaim, king of Mesopotamia, and the children of Israel served Chushan-rIsh-Athaim 8 years. And when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Orthniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he judged Israel and went out to war. And the Lord delivered Chushan-rIsh-Athaim, king of Mesopotamia, into his hand, and his hand prevailed against Chushan-rIsh-Athaim. And the land had rest for 40 years. And orthniel, the son of Kenaz, died. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord. And he gathered unto him the children of Ammon and Amalek, and went and smote Israel. These are giants, okay? And possessed the city of palm trees, Jericho. And he put them in bondage, okay? So the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years. But when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord raised them up a deliverer, Ehud, the son of Gera, a Benjaminite, a man left-handed, and by him the children of Israel sent a present unto Eglon, the king of Moab. But Ehud made him a dagger which had 2 edges of a cubit's length, and he did gird it under his remnant upon his right thigh. And he brought the present to Eglon, king of Moab, and Eglon was a very fat man. And when he made him an end to offer the present, he sent away the people that bare the present. But he himself turned again from the quarries that were by Gilgal, and said, I have a secret errand unto thee, O king, who said, Keep silent. And all that stood by him went out from him. And Ehud came unto him, and he was sitting in a summer parlor, which he had for himself alone. And Ehud said, I have a message from God unto thee. And he arose out of his seat. And Ehud put forth his left hand, and took the dagger from his right thigh, and thrust it into his belly. And the half also went and the half also went in after the blade, and the fat enclosed upon the blade, so that he could not draw the dagger out of the belly, and the dirt came out. And Ehud went forth through the porch, shut the doors of the parlor upon him, and locked them. And when he had gone out, his servants came, and when they saw that, behold, the doors of the parlor were locked, they said, Surely he covered his feet in his summer chamber. And they tarried until they were ashamed, and behold, he opened not the doors of the parlor. Therefore they took a key and opened them, and behold, their Lord was fallen down dead on the earth. And Ehud escaped while they tarried, and passed beyond the quarries, and escaped into Surarath. And it came to pass that when he had come, that he blew a trumpet into the mountains of Ephraim, and the children of Israel went down with him from the mount, and Israel went down with him from the mount, and he before them. And he said unto them, Follow after me, for the Lord hath delivered your enemies of the Moabites into your hand. And they went down after him, and took the fords of Jordan toward Moab, and suffered not a man to pass over. And they slew of Moab at the time about 10,000 men, and lusty, and all men of valor, and there escaped not a man. So Moab was subdued that day under the hand of Israel, and the land had rest for 80 years. And after him, Shamgar, the son of Anath, which slew of the Philistines 600 men with an ox goad, and he also delivered Israel. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Just 1 second here, if I can try to find some. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, this is not very good. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is what my Bible has in it as far as like maps and stuff go. I have to find a better way to do this. Anyway, if you were to lay upon, a map of Israel, just like, without any markings or anything, the Gaza Strip, Hebron, the mountain where Hebron is, Ashab, the Great Sea, okay, which they call the Mediterranean. Oh, sorry. The Great Sea, which they call the Mediterranean. The Sea of the Plains, which is, where Edom is. Gilgal, they show where Gilgal is. Bethel, Gibeon, Bethahorn. And then, Mount Ebal. Shechem is way north of, let's see. Today it's called the Sea of the Plain, but I think it's also the Dead Sea now is what they call it. The waters of memory, let's see, Sea of Chimmereth, which is, the Sea of Galilee that we call now, and stuff. So that what it was called before is different than, as time has gone on. They changed the names and stuff. I wish they would have kept everything the same, then we'd know what they were talking about. But they didn't. So, but there's some of the names are still the same, like Gibeon. Jericho is still, same location. It's in ruins, of course, and they've never really unearthed. They've unearthed parts of it, but archaeological dig is still there. Shiloh, you can tell where it's at and everything, but I think that it's important to know where these giants and where these evil people were. Kadesh Barnea, these maps and everything that are in this Bible are just really important. The journey of the children of Israel from Egypt to Canaan. The books of Exodus and Numbers show their journey, and there's like a whole map of it. I don't know if you could see this or not. Okay. Anyway, I wish I could do this a little bit better, but it's sort of hard from doing it in my Bible. But there are maps that you can probably get that would help you to understand a little bit better. Anyway, have a great day, and we will continue in the book of Judges. Bye.